All right, so before we even start, let me ask you a question. How many times have you told yourself, oh, I'll get to it when I feel like it, or I'll get to it when I'm motivated to do it? Now, be honest, how many times do you actually go back and do it later? Exactly. Most athletes don't have a motivation problem. You can get motivated when you hear the crowd cheering or when you hear your name called and when the lights are on, but what happens when nobody is watching you? When it's just you, the work, and the choice? And that is where discipline comes in. And today we are talking about why discipline will beat motivation every single time. What is up, everybody? I am Adrian, and this is Beyond the Game, where we focus on you outside of your jersey. So, what's the difference between motivation and discipline? It sounds like a simple question, but a lot of people don't really know. So, let's break it down. Motivation is just a feeling. You can get pumped up by anything. Like when your coach gives you that pregame speech or when you find out who you're playing at the beginning of the week. But feelings can change. Some days you wake up ready to go. Some days you can wake up and not feel like doing anything at all. And some days life just be lifing. But if you only work when you're motivated, you'll never be consistent. That's as an athlete and as a person in general. Now, you can't just wake up and tell your coach, Coach, I don't feel motivated today. I don't feel like doing it. I'm going to sit this one out. So why are you telling yourself that? The standard doesn't change based on how you feel. Now, it's a lot of athletes out there that's addicted to the hype. You got community members just hyping you up whenever they see you, or it's game day and you can hear the crowd cheering from the locker room. But what happens when you're not motivated? Now, don't get me wrong, motivation is cool and all, but motivation is just to get you started. It's the discipline that keeps you going. So this is actually how you prioritize that discipline over motivation. Decide before you feel. Stop asking yourself, do I feel like doing this right now? Is it even the right time to do this right now? Set a plan. If you want to get something done, just do it. Nobody is stopping you but you. Plan ahead and set aside time for the things that you know you need to get done. Make discipline boring on purpose. I know it may sound weird, but it's a reason a lot of people with consistent workout plans eat chicken and rice a lot. Yeah, it might be boring, but it works. Don't focus on the hype. Motivation loves excitement, but discipline loves routine. So when you're making your schedule, plan the same things at the same time in the same place, because boring is sustainable. If you get used to doing something every day, chances are you're gonna keep doing it. And that's discipline. Now, this is a big one. Stop trying to feel ready. Readiness is a lie we all tell ourselves. But if you wait until you're ready, you'll never do it. You don't need to feel ready to show up. You get ready by showing up. Discipline fails a lot of time because we focus on goals that are too big for the moment. Shrink the task. You can reach larger goals later. Now, don't forget about them. Just break them down into smaller steps that you can accomplish every day. Everything doesn't have to be perfect right now. Focus on consistency rather than perfection. So, why does this matter? Now, you're an athlete, so you understand that the work that you do behind the scenes when nobody is watching matters just as much, if not more, than the work that you do in front of a crowd. The early morning routines, the extra reps, the late night study sessions, just getting things done even when you're tired. Who you are when nobody is watching is who you truly are. Like I already said, motivation is a feeling, but discipline is a decision. Discipline is how you build trust with yourself, coaches, your teammates, and everybody else around you. Because when you're disciplined, don't nobody got to sit around and watch you and make sure you're doing what you need to do. You're doing that for yourself. And because you're doing it for yourself, your coaches can trust you more, your teammates can rely on you, and you just handle life situations better. So this doesn't just affect your athletic life. This applies to every aspect of your life. Now, your talent can open a lot of doors for you, but it's being disciplined that's going to keep you in the room. It's a lot of athletes that just don't last, not because they're not talented, but because they're not consistent. So stop negotiating with yourself. Discipline starts right where the excuses stop. It's some things that just shouldn't be optional, like stretching before you work out or maintaining your grades to stay eligible. Because when something is a non negotiable, your feelings do not get a vote. Discipline ain't built in the big moments, it's built in the small decisions that you make, like making your bed every day or showing up to class on time every day. The small habits become big wins later. So when you start to form these small habits, you can rely on yourself more, which means you're more confident. And that confidence comes from knowing that you put in the work. That motivation is going to come and go, but that discipline is what you can do every single day. Start small, show up for yourself, and build habits that you don't have to hype yourself up for. And I'll see you back here next week, same time, same place, and still doing the work beyond the game.